Let's now review the coordinate system configuration. Remember that when the project was created, we did not make this configuration. We can do it later, and it would be here in the coordinate system. Note that it is the default, but we already have the templates predefined, where we can go directly to search. In this case, we are in Lima. We search for Peru, and the three unzones that work using WGS84 as the reference surface or reference ellipsoid are already predefined. We are going to select 18 South, which would be the projection of Lima. We can review the details. Note that WGS84 is there, with its semi-major axis and its flattening. We see the projection. That is a defined transverse Mercator, so it would be a UTM, with the central meridian at -75. False northing is 10 million meters. False easting 500,000 meters. Projection scale is 0.9996. Okay, in this way we have already configured the system. We could activate the geoid model, but in total stations, geoid models are not used. We are going to make direct measurements of angles and distances. So the coordinates of the topographic control, where we station the N2, and where we do all the references backside, etc., must already be in orthometric heights. Okay. We have to be very careful with that and not mix orthometric heights with elliptical heights. Naturally, we can also configure 7 parameters, in case we are going to work in what would be local coordinates, through a site calibration. However, when working with total stations, we can refer it directly to the topographic control of the project. This applies to all civil constructions that work with local systems, arbitrary systems, so to speak, and also for mining projects. That is to say, in a total station, topographic control is handled differently than in ANCS, since the station is going to be tied to those points and coordinates that again we must be sure are orthometric heights in topographic Cartesian plane coordinates. Okay, in this way we can tell it to accept. And when I review the point database, here I find what would be reprojected information. That we could tell it here and apply, and it will update the coordinates depending on what I configured previously. For example, if I configured a zone of 17 instead of 18, I could adjust it, and here tell it to apply so that it recalculates the points. In this way, we have already configured the coordinate system in our project. See you in the next video.